if I want to make sure I heard you correctly. You said you didn't want to get married, right? Why is that?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
You say you don't know?
My dad had been divorced 3 times, so it's just like.
Okay, From example, from what you've seen, it doesn't look something that's prosperous or.
That's not even worth the time, the money, the paperwork.
Okay, I can get that, but I wouldn't say to let the examples you've seen or let those examples influence your decision on that. And this is the reason I say that. Go to Genesis 1 and or maybe 2. Talking about made a help for him, like 1 or 2. Y'all know where that's at?
Help me.
Yeah. Because what we getting ready to read is the beginning or the first woman being made and the purpose of her being made. I want you to watch what's being said. Because a lot of our sisters, that's it, you got it? Because a lot of our sisters who have that mindset where it's like they avoiding that relationship with a man, it's like, you really don't understand that's literally what God made you for in the first place. If you decide you like, I don't want to come together with another man, it's like you saying, I don't really want to fulfill the purpose God made me for. You see what I'm saying? Like, you gotta really think about that. Read that.
Genesis chapter 2, verse 18. And the Lord God said, it is not good that man should be alone. I will make him an helpmeet for him.
Read again.
Genesis chapter 2, verse 18. And the Lord God said, it is not good that man should be alone. I will make him and helpmeet for him.
So remember, I guess I don't know how familiar you are with the Bible, but we talking about the Lord making Adam, this first man, and when he made all the other animals, he made them, exactly, a mate for them to be together, to reproduce. For this man, it wasn't one just yet. So the Lord seeing that like, dang, it ain't good for this man to be by himself. Out of this man, he made what? A woman. That's literally what woman means. It means out of man. See what I'm saying? Go to verse 22. Jump to verse 22.
Verse 22. And the rib which the Lord the Lord God had taken from man, made he a woman, and brought her unto the man.
24.
Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife.
Because you see, after this woman was made for this man, it wasn't like no shacking up. It wasn't no boyfriend, girlfriend. This woman was made to be this man's wife.
Right.
That's always the Lord's intention behind a man and a woman's relationship. It's for them to become one, to have that union, to then create a stable family. That's why our communities is the way it is. It's because there is no commitment between both black men and black women. It's like the dude gonna be there for as long as he sees some type of benefit from the sister or get some type of enjoyment from her. But because the sister don't require no commitment from him, as soon as he get mad at her, he out the door. And he gonna find the next one. You see what I'm saying? And it's gonna leave you with all type of problems if y'all had kids, and you know what I'm saying, depending on how long y'all together, how deep those ties go. But to avoid all that, y'all need to be genuine from the start, and both y'all should understand that y'all seeking marriage from the beginning. Y'all seeking that union, because that's God's purpose for y'all coming together in the first place.
Right.
That's the purpose for the woman being made in the first place. It's to be a help unto a man.
Right.
So I want you to consider that, sis. Like, it ain't a light thing. We make light of it today, but like the brother was going over earlier, go back to Hebrews 13:4. That's the relationship that the Lord requires us to have with one another. The Lord doesn't, I don't know if you know it or not, but the Lord doesn't like our sisters to be treated as what today we call hoes or harlots or whatever, for men to treat y'all that way. But at the same time, some of y'all allow it. Y'all don't have that self-esteem in yourself to be like, no, I'm holding myself together for this one man that's going to commit unto me, who's going to commit to taking care of me and leading me.
That's right.
Instead, it's just like, oh, he got money, he got the nice shoes on, a nice car shoe. He can get whatever he wants.
Right.
But a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, it's women out here that's doing just about the same as what a man is doing. So it's just like a lot of women take care of themselves and have been taking care of themselves. Like my aunt was a firefighter. She tried having a child one time. She was with a man once. She couldn't have kids. He left her. So she been alone since then. but that didn't break her soul. She a firefighter, she a pillar for this community, and so am I, because I work with black parents and black kids with Birmingham Talk. So we just kind of put that perspective as far as how to effectively communicate with your child and stuff like that. So
no, that's good. Like ain't nothing. What I'm saying is, it ain't nothing wrong with a sister. Like you're able to take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? You should have that ability to be able to take care of yourself. But you, like being successful in your career field, or being highly educated, or making a lot of money, that shouldn't now dictate the way you treat a husband, you know what I'm saying, a potential husband, or a man, and like manner. The reason I say so is because regardless of all those accolades, there is no man, unless he's a bum, there is no man that's out looking for a woman is looking for that. He's looking for those qualities that's outside of all that, because he can have that. That's what it's in our spirit to do that. Like I said, if he ain't a bum, we got bums out here today. I'm sorry to say, some men that like living off of moms and women. You know what I'm saying? But if he a man, he should already have that in that spirit, that he got that drive to want to take care of himself and the family. So he's not looking for a woman that's providing the same thing as him. Otherwise, he'd be gay. He's looking for another man. Right. He's looking for a woman to be what? What we just read in Genesis, a help. Right. The things that he's not good at. Meaning, or the things he don't have time for. Right. Like taking care of the home, making sure. Matt, get that in Titus. Is it Titus 2? Get that in Titus 2. Drop what you had. Like being a keeper of the home, raising the children, making sure that emotionally I'm taken care of. I got my sanity. I'm coming back to a peaceful home. Things of that nature. Right. A support system, and that's very important. Our sisters don't look at it like that no more. But that's needed within the household. Everybody can't be the breadwinner. Everybody can't, quote unquote, wear the pants. It got to be somebody that can take that subordinate role and be that support system. And God made it for our sisters to be that way. Let your men take charge and let them lead the way. Read what you got, Titus 2. And you got, where is it? Keep us at home. Yep, read that. 25.
This is the book of Titus, chapter 3, 2, verse 5. Titus 2, verse 3. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becoming holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things.
These are qualities that, I don't know how old are you, sis?
30.
30? Okay. These are qualities that a lot of our sisters, as they get up in age, they should want to have within themselves. Meaning, you don't have a reputation of being a false accuser or a liar, right? You're not having a reputation of being a drunk. Everybody knows you for being a neighborhood drunk. You are known for being a what? Teacher of what?
Teachers of good things.
You teach by the things that you do and what you say. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you working in a community now. What was the organization you said? That's an example of you doing that, right? Being a teacher of good things, setting a good example. These are qualities our sisters need to have, right? Not looking up to what we see on TV, the Sexy Reds, the Cardi B's, you see what I'm saying?
I don't listen to Sexy Red, but I know.
Exactly.
I got you.
But a lot of young, my generation do. You know what I'm saying? We being led that way, and it's destroying us.
Right.
Read.
That they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children.
Now, you notice it says these aged women are supposed to teach younger women, the women coming after them, to be sober, again, not being drunk, and it says to love their husbands. But how can they teach it if they avoid marriage or they don't have a husband? You see what I'm saying? It can't be taught, but it has to be taught. Otherwise, our families are going to be in shambles.
Right.
And the product of that is what we see in Birmingham, is what we see in Chicago, is what we see in New York, is what we see in LA, is what we see everywhere that we live.
Right.
It's dysfunctional families, broken homes, and it leads to troubled children.
To love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands. that the word of God be not blasphemed.
All these qualities is what the Lord is looking for our sisters to have. And when you have it, guess what? You look good in the eyesight of God. The hell with how the world views you. A lot of sisters be like, oh, she's just a pick-me, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever, all that, you know what I'm saying, that's foolishness. Your priority should be, how do I look in the eyesight of the Creator, the one power that controls everything? How I look to Him. You know what I'm saying? Or how I look to the man that I've agreed to be a support to, my husband. That's what matters. The hell with all these, because the majority of them women that's saying that ain't got no damn man.
Right. Right.
They baby mamas. You see, they getting picked over. For the sisters getting picked. So we got to get out of that mindset where it's like, yeah, it's good that you can take care of yourself. Every sister should be able to. You know what I'm saying? But don't allow that to now destroy your potential. How you deal with a man or your potential to have a husband. Because now you got all that masculine energy like, nigga, I don't need you. Like, come on. Like, we can't move like that. We can't move like that. That's why a lot of sisters is single. I'm just being honest. And I don't know, that could be now the dude, you say the dude left her because she couldn't have children, right? But it could be more to that. You see what I'm saying? Because you're saying she a firefighter. A lot of sisters who have them type of jobs, them labor-intensive jobs. Oh, see what I'm saying?
She not masculine because she a woman. She still wear heels. Like, she
No, I ain't saying.
But I'm just saying, this is like, I don't know. It's just something about her. It's just like she can do it all. It's like she out. Like, from when I growing up seeing her, it's like she has had it all since I was a kid. So it was just like, I don't see nothing less from her but her to take care of her house. So she own a house. She got 2 houses on her own.
That's very good.
So it's just like, to me, but you know, like you said, it's about what's in the eyes of the Lord. So it's,
yes. That's for our people, because when we come out here and we teaching, this is for our people that believe in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? Like earlier I was talking to you, was like, you're kind of like hopscotch, like you don't know what side of the fence you stand on.
I believe in it, but then again, it's just like, you know, sometimes it has inconsistency.
Like what? Give me an example.
I can't give you an example.
Why not?
Like how they took the Apocrypha out.
Who? Give me hey, Officer Joel, where you at? Give me your, damn, it's in this box. Somebody pass me the Cambridge out of this box. Just show her the table of contents. Dang, it's not too often you run into people who already know about the Apocrypha.
Yeah, I knew it.
It's in the front of it.
It's in the front.
This brother going to the back of the box. What's wrong with him?
Oh snap, you got the...
Yeah, they got the Apocrypha in it.
So they sell, like, and this brother got, I think,
I got
one. Oh, there is one? You can buy ones, oh, there it is right there. You can buy ones that have the Apocrypha in it.
Yep.
But whether or not those books were taken away, or you can buy some that got them in already, that shouldn't take away from the content that's within it.
Yeah, it's on the back of the flyer.
You heard me, sis?
Yeah.
Like, regardless of the people who has the power to mass produce these books, whether they add those 14 books or take them away, and you can buy them simply like this right here. Like that book right there, you can buy it simply. So regardless of they doing that with it, it shouldn't take away from the validity of what's in it. You see what I'm saying? Because every time I ask people, be like, when they be hopscotching like that, or they unsure, when they anytime I encounter people that's unsure like that, that's like they don't really know whether or not they want to stand 10 toes down on it, I ask them for an example. Okay, well, show me what gives you that doubt. And 9 times out of 10, I usually don't get no response. Because usually, what I come to find out is a lot of our people like to be told what opinions they should have. And you like that ain't good, but that's the reality. A lot of our people we listen to, we watch YouTube videos of people's opinion on what the Bible is, or how it came to be, or what it's about, and we run with it instead of doing our own research.
Yeah, like I would rather do that. I would rather much read it for myself. And like I said before, like I haven't got like too into it since I was a kid. Like I haven't been into the Bible like this since I was younger. So it's just like I don't go off of what's been said, but I just haven't done my own research.
Okay, I can work with that. I can work with that, so, and that's fine. That's fine. What we have to do, sis, is to encourage you to start doing that. The reason being is because, like what's on that flyer, and like what's on some of these signs, is the reason we're out here is trying to show our people that Our ancestry can be found in this book. You know what I'm saying? Like how we've been taught in school that we can only go back to a certain point up until Rosa Parks or us coming up in here on slavery. After that, we have a disconnect. We really don't know exactly our history before. All we can say is, oh, we come from the other side of the earth. We come from Africa. But as far as our heritage, our culture, our language, our belief system, we don't have any of those things. But that connection can be reestablished if we just do, like you said, do the research and read what's actually in here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And our reality that we living in today is a result of what's actually prophesied to happen in here. And he gonna read it. Watch this. Deuteronomy 28:15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all these commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
How familiar are you with Moses? You heard that name before?
Yeah, like the burning bush.
Okay, yes, that's the man that talked to the burning bush. Do you remember him also freeing the people out of slavery? Talking to Pharaoh, telling him, let my people go. That sound familiar?
It sounds familiar, but
Not,
I can't put my
okay.
finger on it to be like, yes, that's exactly what I
Okay,
want.
so this is, if whenever you do read again, you're going to read about this man doing just that.
Okay.
His people at a point in time were in Egypt, they were in bondage or as slaves.
Okay.
And he went to the king, what would be the president king at that time, and was requesting that his people be let go. Eventually, you'll read later on, the Lord makes some things happen. He destroys that nation that had them in slavery, and his people gets free. Now, what we're reading is what takes place after those events. This same man is telling this people that he just freed from God that if you decide to disobey this power that just freed you, what will happen?
All these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now the things that he's saying will happen, like we read the rest of this chapter, is a list of these curses he get ready to describe. He's saying these things will happen in the future, right? Now I want you just to listen at how some of them are described, and I want you to tell me what demographics of people live through these things that's being described, right? Read verse 64.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth, even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thy nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
So one thing that's being described is what? This group of people is going to be taken or scattered from one part of the earth into another part, right? What does that sound familiar to you? Yes, absolutely. Now watch, it gets even more detailed. Read the next verse.
Verse 65. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest.
So it says, among these places where you go, you're not going there for like a vacation, it's like a chill spot, but it says you won't find any ease. Ease is like relaxation or rest. It said the sole of your foot will not have rest, which alludes to what? You're constantly going to be on your feet, you're constantly going to be working or doing things, right? Now, my question is now we're going to add on to what we just already heard previously. Of people being taken from one end of the earth, they going to another, and then when they get to them places, they won't rest, they're going to work. What that sound like? Sound like us. That's what it sounds like, sis. Because guess what? It is describing us. And Moses is telling, guess what? Our ancestors that
they was already working when they got here. Like they was working, had been working.
as soon as they get off the boat.
Yeah, they was working.
So Moses is telling our ancestors that not only them during back in those days, but even their children up until modern times would experience these things. What's the reason for us experiencing them again? Go to verse 15.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So what's being explained is that the reason these things that we've had numerous movies depicted, we've read in all our history books in school, we see talked about all over the internet, we got documentaries, everything about. Hell, we living in one of the most prestigious locations for this taking place, right? The reason for the Lord allowing these things to take place is because of our disobedience. Our current disobedience, our ancestors' disobedience is why these things is taking place. So the reason we are here, sis, and why we encourage you to do your research is because if we want to change the condition our community is in today, like you said, you're working with Birmingham Talks, you want to change the lives of the generation that comes after us, it's going to start with us learning and coming back to God's commandments.
That's right.
Because that's what's lacking in our community. We have a lot of sisters that's, like you said, you gave examples, that's highly educated, is doing well for themselves, right? You got a lot of men, millionaires, billionaires doing well for ourselves.
I don't know no millionaires and billionaires. But
No, I mean, I'm saying for like, worldwide known famous
Of
people,
course,
you know what I'm saying, of our race. But even out of the onesies and twosies though, as a whole, we still doing predominantly lower than a lot of other races of people in this country.
I read that as black people, although we the poorest, in the minority, we make less money than the whites. We spend the most money.
Yes.
Like
We are the largest consumers in this country by far. By far. And again, all the state that we're in is just a result of us not, I would say in one count, not knowing, but on the same token, some of us do know, but we just don't do God's commandments.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And God gave our ancestors those things to live by and to pass down as a culture, as a heritage, something that's supposed to be unique within us.
Right.
But because we influenced by what the world got going on or by our own desires, we refuse to do what God tells us to do. You see what I'm saying? And we look at the result. So if we generally want to change the result, we gotta seek that change. We gotta seek the man who got the who working the chess pieces. You see what I'm saying? Like, he is the one who's allowing these different things to happen, these different events to happen, these different catastrophes, tragedies to happen to our people. You see what I'm saying? He's the chess master. So if we want things to ultimately change, we gotta go to the man that's messing with the chess pieces.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Who got control of the chessboard. We can't think these little small things we're gonna do is really gonna change something if we not seeking to do it his way.
Right.
And it's only gonna happen that way, sis, if we gotta relearn. We gotta actually, Isaiah 34:16, seek out of this book. So I encourage you, sis, like, from this point on, I ain't gonna say, I know today you ain't gonna be automatically change that wishy-washiness or whatever, but as you do your research.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because as we sat here and you spoke to me about it, when y'all do stuff like this, it leaves an imprint. So it's just like, if you don't hear it no more, like you done heard it here, like you're not gonna hear it nowhere else. All you have to do is pick up your book and, you know what I'm saying, start reading on your own. So I feel like, I definitely, like if I feel like something in my heart, like this something I need to pick up on, I'm gonna pick up on it. I buy books. I buy audiobooks. I buy
Very good. And guess what? That is very good to hear. That is very good to hear. In comparison to a lot of people we talk to, that's very good to hear.
That's right.
What's this?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail. None shall warn her mate.
We start from the top again. I missed something.
Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read.
That's the point, or the key point I wanted, is that that gotta be our kind of main focus or priority, to learn what our true purpose is. Because a lot of us, I will even include myself, before I started really learning and doing my research on my own, that's how we live. We walk around and that's how we live. It's like we seeking.
And I always feel like that. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, it's starting to make a lot of sense. I think about that a lot. Like, hey, what am I doing? Or what am I supposed to be doing? Or, you know what I'm saying, with my life? Like, I want to do this or do that. It's just like, where to start. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly. Right. We lack, and that's what all of us. And we try to fill that void with what? Oh, I'm gonna be an athlete, or I'm gonna be a rapper, or.
And it's so crazy because the whites control all of it.
See what I'm saying?
Entertainment.
We in a trick bag.
Game. They control who win, who lose, all of that for their money. They doing that.
We in the trick bag. But we come to the conclusion because we don't like I said, we don't have that connection to our higher power.
Exactly.
We just like, okay, well, this got to be it. You know, my parents wouldn't want me to play football. They had me in Pee Wee leagues when I was little. This got to be my purpose while I was born. You got to think about how crazy it is, or how you are downplaying yourself to say, I was only born to take a piece of leather and to run it from one part of some grass to another part of some grass. You see what I'm saying? Like, for millions of people to watch and cheer over. Like, that's downplaying the value of your life. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
Read that, Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Because I want to get, but what I do want to do is, I want to give you an example of, like I keep mentioning about God's commandments. I just want to give you an example of one after we read this, to see if there's something that is going to gel with your spirit. It's going to be like, I don't know. We're going to see.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter
12 verse 13.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
Or AKA, this is our purpose. You know, so the Lord put us here for us to obey the things, the guidelines that he gave us on how to live. Because our lives are supposed to be a reflection of what? His holiness. Because we all say that we what? Children of God. Well, children are a representation of what? Their parents. You see what I'm saying? When I look at a child, I'm supposed to be seeing the example or the imprint left of the parent. I'm supposed to see what the parents wanted me to see in this child. Or them. The example of them. Right? The Lord wants the same way with his kids. We're supposed to be the example on this earth, or the light of this earth to the rest of the world. And that's a heavy calling to have. Right. We just have to see it and take it seriously and start moving on it and really act like it. We'll say we're children of God, but the way we live,
yeah, it's saying something different.
Totally different. It's one thing to say it, but to show it, totally different. And this is an example. Watch this. You already, hey, you with me. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 5.
This is the example I was making reference to, right? This is something simple as far as how the Lord commanded us to dress, as both men and women. Watch this.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
So this is very simple, right? So the Lord is telling men we're not supposed to wear women's apparel, which today would be equivalent of what?
So this like a men's apparel?
No.
Okay.
A hat? No.
Because I'm like.
No, absolutely not.
But yeah, I ain't with all that.
We read many examples of our sisters having different forms of head coverings on, plenty of different forms of head coverings on. That's fine, right? But what is it that, I'm going to start with the man first. What would be examples of women apparel that men shouldn't put on?
Dresses. That, you know, I'm pretty sure y'all don't know, but this man named Saucy Santana.
Why the name sound familiar? I don't know him though.
Oh, he is?
Saucy Santana. That's
Wait, what he look like?
the man with
A gay dude with long nails and a wave with some waves.
He light skinned?
No.
Alright, no, I don't know.
He fat and light.
Okay, never mind. Alright, I don't even want to know no more. It don't even matter.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation